Hey guys, it's Paige. Welcome back to my channel. I cannot believe that it has actually been 6 whole months since I moved here to London. If you're one of my day ones, you've been here since the start, since the first few London vlogs, my first time grocery shopping in the UK, drop the #1 emoji in the comment section right now so I can know that you guys are still here with me. These last few months have just flown by. It feels like I was just moving into this room, getting adjusted to this brand new place. If you're new to my channel, we can rewind a bit. I'm Paige. I recently turned 27 last month. At the beginning of the year, I quit my job of 4 years, left everything I knew behind, and moved to London all the way from Chicago to study for my master's degree in strategic marketing at the University of Greenwich. My master's program is a 1-year program, so classes are actually already starting to come to an end. I only have 1 class left that I have to physically go to each week, and that ends at the end of this month. So I'll be done with the classes, and then from August until January, we will be working on our dissertations. And after that, I'm done. And my graduation ceremony is in July 2020. So on my Instagram story, I told you guys that I was going to be filming this like 6-month update video and asked you guys to send over some questions. I'm going to answer a few of those questions in this video, but there were so many good ones. I'm going to answer like 2 or 3 and then do a whole separate updated Q&A video answering all the rest of the questions soon. But one question that I really liked was, how was your experience in London so far compared to when you were just visiting London? I've been here 6 months now, right? Before then, the longest time I had ever spent in London consecutively was 3 days. Yeah, only 3 days. And that was when I was just like on vacation. So, I mean, you can only imagine how different that is. I mean, being a tourist in London is completely different from being a resident. And I mean, yeah, I do kind of consider myself a resident right now. I have like a residence permit card and everything. So, yeah, I can say that. I had to completely develop a new routine that I just feel like I'm starting to actually get used to. Grocery shopping is different. I had to learn a new transportation system. I had to make all new friends, find new places to go out, find a new gym. I mean, it's like your typical move, except mine was to a different country. So there's some extra layers that are definitely added to it. We use different words for things. The accents are completely different slang, different currency. They drive on a different side of the road and a different side of the vehicle. So it's just been really different, but at the same time, really cool. And sometimes I still walk down the street when I'm like headed back from the store or wherever, and I'm just like, wow, I am really here. Someone else said, what's one thing that you used to have in the States that you wish you had in London? It's a very good question. And I think you guys know the answer. It is Walmart. I love Walmart. If you guys have been watching for a while, you know the relationship Walmart and I had before I left for London. I love a store where I can just get everything I need at the same time without having to make multiple stops at different places. Like, I don't want to do all that. Walmart had what I needed. And the most important thing that they had were my Power Crunch bars, my favorite protein bars in the world. So I miss having that access. When my brother was here last month, he actually brought me like 35 bars, and I ate the last one today already. Don't judge me. So if any of you guys have a Power Crunch Connect, or you just feel compelled in your heart to mail me some, let your girl know. Now, quite a few people actually asked this one, and it is, what has been the most challenging thing about your move to London? Now, I could really just make up any old answer for this because that would be much easier. But you know what? I don't even want to make these vlogs anymore or share my journey with you guys if I'm not being 100% honest. This is going to be way out of my comfort zone, but I haven't even seen my comfort zone in a long time, so who cares? We ain't even cool like that anymore. These last few months have been really, really tough. And that may actually come as a surprise to you guys because I've still been on here every single week with a smile on my face, right? But it hasn't been tough because I can't go to Walmart or because of university. which actually has been very tough. Don't get me started. But I actually saw a tweet a couple months ago that I feel like just hit the nail on the head when I just could not find the words to explain how I was really feeling. And it said, solo travel is cute till you realize that lifelong insecurities and unhealed wounds arise whenever your daily distractions and routines no longer exist. Bingo. When I first got here, I was immediately in the honeymoon phase. I left behind an unfulfilling job. I didn't have to think about my recent breakup. I was completely distracted. It was great. And I want to say it was around April when reality started to just set in. Those feelings of uncomfortableness that I was so sure I had left behind at home were starting to come back up again. It was like no matter what I did, paraglide in Austria, go to the top of a mountain in Switzerland, it was never enough. Pretty much whenever I was alone, I was crying my eyes out. So like every single day. And I was so mad at myself for it because I felt so ungrateful. Here I am living the life of my dreams, but I am so unhappy. I've actually received quite a few messages on Instagram from you guys saying things like, I can't wait to feel as happy as you look. And it would actually make me burst into tears sometimes because I felt like a fraud. Here I am calling myself trying to spread light and I can't even find it myself. And when I was like really struggling, I just like found myself looking at old photos and videos from last summer and just kind of like wishing I could be back in that time, you know, even with my ex, because it felt comfortable and safe. But for so long I have been praying for change and for growth and to level up. And when you ask for change, you can't expect things to stay the same. It doesn't work like that. Change sucks sometimes. It feels crazy at the beginning. Like it's not a very enjoyable experience sometimes. But you have to go through that period, you know, to just get to the other side. These are just things that I'm realizing as I go. So I'm saying it for you guys, but also saying it for myself because I often need reminders, you know. So what did I do? I sat in it. I allowed myself to feel every bit of it. I faced it head on. I allowed myself to cry as much as I needed to. I prayed a lot. I wrote in my journal. These have probably been the most self-reflective months of my entire life, my entire 27 years. I started to discover new things about myself because for once I was truly by myself. And you guys may remember this from an Instagram caption that I wrote. But I started to realize that my happiness was solely dependent on my situation. Achieving success, having the perfect relationship, moving to my dream city. But what happens when things change? Because they always do. Or the excitement just simply wears off. As cliche as it sounds, I realized that if I wanted to stay for good, I have to create this thing called happiness all on my own. I have to be content with myself, regardless of all the noise or what's happening around me. As far away as she is, my mom has been there for me like no one else. She has literally kept me sane. And one thing that she has repeated to me often through this period, I'll never forget it, is that no matter how far you travel or how far you move, you always bring you with you. So if you're not right in here and here, it'll catch up with you eventually. I still have a very long way to go, but I have felt better in these last few weeks than I've felt in months. Every morning when I'm walking to the gym, I listen to this audio book called Manifest Now. It's filled with so much positivity and motivation, and it's just a really great start to my day. Another thing, when I was like feeling really low, it just felt like the days were a blur. Like I would just wake up and days or weeks have passed and I just don't know what I was doing, you know? So I've made it like a conscious effort when I'm on those walks to, you know, look at the date and say it out loud. Like, today is July 6th. My goal is to just be more present and embrace the moments and embrace each day a lot more, because time is so precious. and sometimes we really waste a lot of it worrying about the wrong things. I'm starting to see the light, and I know for sure that God had a plan with this one. Even though I've been kicking and screaming the entire way, I know that it's for my good. 6 months in London, guys. I can't wait to see where I am in another 6 months. But at the same time, I can, because I am just enjoying the moment. Thank you to those who have been here for a long time and those who have been here for a short time. I appreciate you all. I appreciate the beautiful comments, all the love that you send me. Like, it's been so helpful. It really has. I hope to start being a lot more, you know, personal with you guys. Like, I'm such a reserved person, believe it or not, and I kind of like to just deal with things by myself. Maybe I'll share it when I get to the other side, when I feel like it's all solved and everything's good, but this is life. Like, we're always gonna have ups and downs, and I want to keep it real with you guys and let you know that things are not perfect. This is my journey. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.